Hello, readers! Yesterday, we learned about a new reading strategy that we can use when we're reading. Chunky the Monkey taught us that when we're reading and we come to a word we don't know, that we can ask ourselves, is there part of the word that I know? Is there a word ending that I know? And then we can use that chunk or that part that we know to help us read the rest of the word. So today, I hope you had a chance to print the book that we're going to be using. And we're going to be reading this story together today. And as we're reading, we're going to look for chunks. We're going to use Chunky the Monkey. And we're going to look for chunks that we know that are going to help us to figure out the rest of the word. So if you can grab a crayon or a highlighter, something to write with, because we're going to use this crayon to circle and to find some of those chunks. So let's take a minute and look at the picture on the cover of our book. What do you think this story is going to be about? What do you notice? You're probably saying that you see some pins here and that you're noticing a ball here. Well, we're going to try and figure out what the title of this story is. And I want you to look closely at that first word. Do you see a chunk that you know? If you see a chunk that you know, can you take your tool and can you circle it? I'm going to circle a chunk I know while you're circling yours. Then I'm going to color my chunk in so you can see it clearly. I saw that chunk at the end of the word, that ing chunk that says ing. How can that chunk ing help me to read this word? Well, it starts with the letter B. I know the B says B. Oh, and I'm noticing this is a special type of ball. I'm wondering if that could be the word bowling. Bowling. Does that look right? Does it sound right? Let's look at that second word. Do you see a chunk that you know? Do you see part of the word you know? Can you circle it if you see part that you know? I'm wondering if you saw in, like me. If I put that sound in front of in, I make the word pin. Now if I add that S to the end, I make the word pins. Bowling, pins. So today, let's read, look for chunks, and see if we can figure out what the story is all about. All right, take a peek at that first page. Do you see a chunk you know in this word? Oh, I bet you're telling me that you see that chunk am. Let's use that chunk am to help us read the word. Am. Pam and Jan are Chunky the Monkey, we're stuck. What should we try? Oh, let's ask ourselves, is there a chunk that we know? Look at your book closely. Can you find a chunk? Can you underline it or circle it? What chunk did you find? Did you see that chunk of in that I noticed? All right, let's put the TW sound in front of it. In, twin. And at the end, we have that S sound. Let's put it all together. Twins. We just did a lot of hard reading work figuring out those words. Let's reread this page to make it sound smooth, the way that we talk. Pam and Jan are twins. Great job, readers. Can you help me on the next page? Pam and Jan go, you saw it, there's that chunk, ing, and that's our word from the title, bowling. You can find any chunks you'd like in your book too and circle them. the, ooh, Chunky the Monkey, can you help us? Let's look closely at that word. Do you see a chunk that you know? Let's see if we found the same chunk. I saw our sight word all. If we put that sound in front of it, what will we make? B-all, ball. Will, oh, we're stuck again. Ask yourself, is there a chunk you know? What do you see? Can you tell me out loud? Can you circle it in your book? I bet you found that chunk at the end of the word. In? Let's put those sounds in front. Sp, sp, in, spin. Now let's reread that smoothly. The ball will spin. Will it go in? Will it hit the pin? Will Pam, oh, let's ask ourselves, is there a chunk in that word that we know? What chunk do you see? Did you see that chunk in again? Let's put that sound in front. W, in, win. Or will Jan win? Pam and Jan, what chunk do you see again? In. Let's put those sounds in front. G, gr, in, grin. Pam and Jan grin. And then at the end of our story today, you'll notice lots of different words with that chunk in them. See if you can find all those chunks of in and then read those words at the end of the story. So readers, nice work helping me use Chunky the Monkey today. As we were reading when we got stuck today, we asked ourselves, is there a chunk that we know? And finding that chunk helped us to read the rest of the word. So this is a strategy that you can use today and every day when you're reading. And I also put another book under the bowling pins book. So if you want to print that one too and practice using Chunky on your own, you can look for parts and chunks in the words in that book as well. Have a wonderful day.